Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke. How are you doing today? I hope things are well and you are watching a lot of great movies. So, I would like to continue with my presentation of the poll results for the viewer poll, where I asked viewers to provide to me their favorite Criterion titles. So, I have presented the poll results up to spot number, I think it was 59, where I explained the results that received 7 votes each. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to present to you the list of films that each received 6 votes. So these are the films that received 6 votes from you, the viewers, in total, which by my count makes these films all tied for 67th place. So these are the films tied for 67th place, each having received 6 votes. So the first film that I'd like to show is Spine Number 5. This is from 1959, François Truffaut's The 400 Blows. Next, Spine Number 782. This is a set of films from 1955, 1956, and 1959. The filmmaker is Satyajit Ray, and the films comprise the Apu trilogy. So once again, I accepted votes for sets, for box sets, as long as they were Criterion releases, and of course the Apu trilogy is one such Criterion release. So once again, this received 6 votes, so this is tied for 67th place. Next, Spine Number 63. This is from 1962. This is Herk Harvey's film, Carnival of Souls. Next, Spine Number 533. This film is from 1995, Terry Zwigoff's film called Crumb. Next, Spine Number 261. This is the film from 1982, Ingmar Bergman's film, Fanny and Alexander. Now let me take a moment to let you know about an editorial decision that I made with respect to this poll and this particular film title. I received a number of votes with respect to Fanny and Alexander, as indicated by my presentation of this film today here. I should let you know that all of the votes that I received for Fanny and Alexander were well taken, of course, and I really appreciated it. And I should say also that of those votes, some, not all, but some actually indicated a particular version of the film. In other words, it might have indicated the television version, or it might have indicated the theatrical version, or something like that. Where I received a vote that indicated, for instance, Fanny and Alexander, the television version, I actually gave that its own vote. So what I'm counting here are the votes that did not necessarily indicate to me one version or the other. It was Fanny and Alexander. And so I take that to be this release, which includes both the television version and the theatrical version, and also includes the making of Fanny and Alexander from 1983. Yes. So the votes that I received for Fanny and Alexander that did not otherwise specify a particular version of the film, I counted as being this set, and that is what you see here as receiving 6 votes and being tied for number 67, or 67th place. So this is the Criterion release of Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander. Next, Spine Number 849. This is from 1940. This is Howard Hawks' film, His Girl Friday. Next, Spy Number 478. This is from 1961. This is Alain René's film called Last Year at Marienbad. Next, Spy Number 756. This is from 1952. This is the film from Charles Chaplin. The film is Limelight. Next, Spy Number 683. This is the film from 1975, directed by Robert Altman. The film is Nashville. Next, Spy Number 909. The film is from 1968. The filmmaker is George A. Romero. The film is called Night of the Living Dead. Next, Spy Number 512. This is from 1962. The filmmaker is Jean-Luc Godard. And the film is Vivre sa vie. And last, but certainly not least, Spy Number 52. This film is from 1961. This is the film from filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. The title of the film is Yojimbo. So, my friends, there is the bunch of films that received 6 votes and thus are tied for 67th place in this poll of viewer choices of the Criterion Collection titles. So, very interesting. I should say once again, please note my editorial decision about Fanny and Alexander. I hope you can forgive me, those of you who voted for Fanny and Alexander. And for those of you who voted for instance, the television version or the theatrical version, that might come up later in the poll results explanation. So please stay tuned if you are interested about hearing that. And so I should say also that I am very much impressed once again with this selection of films that ended up being part of this group. It's very varied as usual. It's also nice to see, for instance, a documentary pop up here in the form of Crumb. It's also nice to see the great trilogy that is the Apu trilogy, and that's an example of one of the great releases from the Criterion Collection ever. I mean, that is a really stellar release in many senses of the word. It's one of the things that I really want to talk about one of these days in detail, which is the films of Ray and also the films in the Apu trilogy. They really are stellar if you haven't had a chance to watch them yet. And also we see Robert Altman emerge. We also see Alain René emerge. Howard Hawks is here. And Carnival of Souls, of course. What a great chiller of a film. If you haven't seen that yet as well, that is really highly recommended. And Truffaut, of course, with 400 Blows. And of course, we can't forget George A. Romero, Charles Chaplin, and I mentioned Alain René, right, with Last Year in Marienbad. And then Jean-Luc Godard with Vivre sa vie, which is one of the most iconic of his films from the 60s. And it's a really great film to watch if you haven't seen a Godard film before. And even if you have seen a Godard film, it's still a great film to watch. So, and then there is Yojimbo, which is a real favorite of mine from Kurosawa. It's a film that I cherish deeply. It was one of the first films I saw by Kurosawa. It was, in fact, the first film I think I saw by Kurosawa, if I remember correctly. I just have a strong fondness for that film. It was just so eye-opening and challenging and so much fun, and it was like an adventure film, a samurai film, and it was funny, and it was quite entertaining. So this is a really great eclectic bunch of titles as chosen by you, my dear friends. So thank you very much for your time and for your participation and excitement and enthusiasm. As always, it is something that I truly appreciate very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, and I just want you to let you know about that. So okay, my friends, let's leave it at that for now. And next time I will keep continuing with this. We will go to the next set of films, which is 5 votes, and then 4 votes, and 3 votes, and then 2 votes, and then we'll end up with the 1 vote list, which is still incredibly interesting. So I hope you are interested in looking at that video as well. So until we meet again, my friends, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. My dear friends, thank you and cheers.